Then we have question number 25, and this is a different kind of question. So let us go through the directions. Each of the paragraphs given below has a sentence missing, which is indicated by a blank. From the choices given below each paragraph, choose a sentence that seems most logically appropriate to complete the paragraph. So this is a paragraph completion question, and in this specific question you may see that the blank space is in the middle of the paragraph. So there are a few sentences that precede and a few that follow the blank space. When going through the choices, we need to choose that which will serve as a bridge between the two ideas. Okay, so be careful, and let me take you through the paragraph first. A study of the social and cultural context of Indian poetry in English reveals several important insights into its origin. Indian poetry in English began in Bengal, the province where the British first gained a stronghold. In addition, this poetry was a largely urban phenomenon centered in Calcutta. Then comes the blank. Then gradually it moved to other urban centers such as Madras and Bombay. Even today, Indian poetry in English remains largely urban. Moreover, because English was an elite language, Indian poets writing in English came from the upper classes. Okay, so this is the idea of the paragraph as a whole. Focus on the sentences that are before and after the blank to gain some clarity. So, this is the sentence that we look at first. In addition, this poetry was a largely urban phenomenon, okay, centered in Calcutta, and the sentence after it says, then gradually it moved to other urban centers such as Madras and Bombay. Now, let's take a look at the choices. The first one, English was seen as an elite language, and so the British felt that only they could use it for poetry. This is not relevant, because the choice or the sentence that we choose should have some continuity from the previous sentence, and then it should also make sense to connect it with the one that follows. The previous sentence talks about poetry was a largely urban phenomenon centered in Kolkata or Calcutta. This says English was seen as an elite language, and so the British felt that only they could use it for poetry. Then gradually it moved to other urban centers is very illogical. The second one, the rulers encouraged the natives to write poetry about India only if their mother tongue was English, is also off track. The British had decided that poetry about India could reach a larger audience if written in Calcutta. Then gradually it moved to other urban centers. Now, the previous sentence is not related to what the British had decided about poetry being centered in Calcutta. It just says poetry was a largely urban phenomenon, and it moved to other and it was centered in Kolkata, and then the next sentence says then gradually it moved to other urban centers. So, bringing in this sentence here would disrupt the flow of the idea. So, it is choice 4 which we have to consider. In fact, poetry writing for the first 50 years was confined to a few families who were residents of Calcutta. Because poetry was centered in Calcutta, it makes sense to continue and bring this sentence here which says that poetry for the first 50 years was confined to only that region, and only then later on it moved to other urban centers such as Madras and Bombay. Okay, so it is option 4.